Welcome to the Overcomers Community TV with Geri Anderson, where counseling, coaching, and life transformation is the goal. Today we're delving into an intriguing topic that impacts our society more than we may realize: narcissistic enablers. At first glance, this term might seem complex, but it's actually quite straightforward. A narcissistic enabler is a person who, knowingly or unknowingly, allows a narcissist to continue their destructive behavior. They might do this by constantly forgiving the narcissist, making excuses for them, or even taking the blame for their actions. It's like fueling a fire that's already out of control. It's a significant issue because it perpetuates a cycle of narcissistic abuse, creating a toxic environment that hinders personal growth and healthy relationships. Understanding narcissistic enablers is the first step to breaking free from the cycle of narcissistic abuse. To kick things off, let's delve into what narcissistic enablers are. In the world of psychology, narcissistic enablers are individuals who, consciously or unconsciously, facilitate or permit the narcissistic behavior of others. They play a significant role in perpetuating narcissistic abuse. At the heart of this dynamic is the narcissist, a person with an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. A narcissist often surrounds themselves with enablers who validate their distorted perception of reality and reinforce their grandiose self-image. Narcissistic enablers come in many forms. They could be a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a friend, or even a co-worker. These enablers often act out of a misplaced sense of loyalty, fear, guilt, or a desire to maintain the status quo. They may defend the narcissist's behavior, make excuses for their actions, or even join in the abuse by proxy, all in an effort to appease the narcissist. The relationship between a narcissist and their enabler is often characterized by a destructive cycle of abuse and enablement. The narcissist manipulates and exploits the enabler, who in turn allows the narcissist to continue their behavior without consequence. This dynamic can be incredibly harmful, not only to the enabler, but also to anyone else caught in the narcissist's web. It's important to understand that narcissistic enablers are often victims themselves, trapped in a toxic cycle they may not fully understand or know how to escape from. They may carry the burden of the narcissist's actions, often at great personal cost. They may struggle with feelings of guilt, shame, and low self-esteem, and they may even develop symptoms of trauma or post-traumatic stress disorder. Narcissistic enablers unknowingly aid in the perpetuation of narcissistic abuse, often at a great personal cost. Understanding this dynamic is the first step towards breaking the cycle and empowering oneself to establish healthier relationships. Now that we know what narcissistic enablers are, let's explore the psychology behind their behavior. The human mind is a complex labyrinth of emotions, thoughts, and patterns that shape our actions. When it comes to narcissistic enablers, a few key psychological elements are at play. First, let's talk about codependency. This is a behavioral pattern where one person enables another's addiction, poor mental health, immaturity, or irresponsibility. In the case of narcissistic enablers, they often have a codependent relationship with the narcissist. They may feel responsible for the narcissist's happiness or even their survival, leading them to excuse, rationalize, or ignore the narcissist's harmful behaviors. Fear is another powerful motivator. The fear of losing the narcissist's approval, love, or even the fear of their wrath can keep the enabler stuck in the cycle of toxic behavior. This fear can be so overwhelming that it blinds the enabler to the damaging effects of the narcissist's behavior. Then, there's a lack of self-esteem. Many enablers struggle with feelings of unworthiness and inadequacy. They might believe that they don't deserve better, or that the narcissist's behavior is a reflection of their own shortcomings. This lack of self-esteem keeps them tethered to the narcissist as they seek validation and approval from the very person who undermines it. Lastly, let's not forget the power of denial. Many enablers use denial as a defense mechanism to avoid facing the harsh reality of the narcissist's abuse. By denying the problem, they can maintain the illusion of a normal or healthy relationship. The psychology behind narcissistic enabling is complex, but understanding it can help break the cycle of narcissistic abuse. It's crucial to remember that enabling is not a character flaw, but a response to a deeply challenging situation. With awareness and support, it is possible to disrupt these patterns and foster healthier relationships. Recognizing the signs of being a narcissistic enabler is crucial to addressing the issue. Let's delve into some common indicators that you might be enabling a narcissist. First, you might find yourself constantly justifying or explaining away the narcissist's behavior. This often involves making excuses for them or blaming their actions on external factors. For instance, you might say, "Oh, they're just stressed," or "They didn't mean it that way." Secondly, you may often feel drained or emotionally exhausted. This happens because narcissists constantly demand attention and validation while giving little in return. You may feel like you're running on empty, yet you continue to give. Thirdly, you might notice that you're always trying to please the narcissist, even at the expense of your own needs and desires. Narcissists thrive on adoration and control, and as an enabler, you might find yourself going out of your way to keep them happy, often neglecting your own well-being in the process. Another sign is that you might be in denial about the narcissist's behavior. You may downplay or ignore their harmful actions, convincing yourself that it's not as bad as it seems, or that they'll change. This denial can also manifest as a fear of confrontation or conflict with the narcissist. Lastly, you might feel a sense of guilt or responsibility for the narcissist's feelings or actions. You may believe that it's your duty to keep them stable or happy, and that any failures on their part are somehow your fault. This misplaced responsibility can keep you stuck in a harmful dynamic. It's important to remember that these signs are not definitive proof of being a narcissistic enabler, but they do indicate a potential issue. If you recognize these signs in your own behavior, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship with the narcissist in your life. If you identify with these signs, it's important to seek help and begin the process of detaching from the narcissistic individual. It's not an easy journey, but you're not alone. There are resources and support systems available to guide you through the process. Remember, it's never too late to start prioritizing your own well-being. Breaking free from the cycle of narcissistic abuse starts with ceasing to enable the narcissist. This is a journey that demands courage, resilience, and a lot of self-love. Firstly, setting boundaries is vital. Boundaries provide a clear line of what is acceptable behavior and what is not. If the narcissist exhibits manipulative behavior, firmly communicate that such actions are not acceptable. You're not responsible for their reactions, but you are in control of enforcing your boundaries. Secondly, seeking professional help is highly recommended. Therapists and counselors trained in dealing with narcissistic abuse can provide you with strategies and techniques to navigate and cope with this complex situation. They can help you understand the dynamics of your relationship with the narcissist and guide you towards healing and self-discovery. Thirdly, practice self-care. This is not just about bubble baths and spa days. It's about taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical health. Make time for activities that bring you joy and peace. Prioritize your needs and feelings. Remember, it's okay to put yourself first. Fourthly, educate yourself about narcissism. Knowledge is power. The more you understand about narcissistic personality disorder, the better equipped you will be to deal with a narcissist. Fifthly, surround yourself with supportive people. You don't have to face this alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or join a support group. Their encouragement can be invaluable in your journey towards healing. Lastly, remember that it's okay to walk away. If a relationship is causing you more pain than joy, it's okay to leave. You are not obligated to sacrifice your happiness for someone else's ego. Remember, it's not easy to stop being a narcissistic enabler, but it's absolutely possible and crucial for your own mental and emotional health. You have the strength to break free from this cycle, and we are here to support you every step of the way. Let's wrap up our discussion on narcissistic enablers. Today we've journeyed through understanding what narcissistic enablers are, delving into the psychology behind their actions, identifying signs of enabling, and most importantly, learning how to break free from this cycle. Realizing that you might be an enabler can be tough, but remember, it's the first step towards transformation. It's vital to remain compassionate towards yourself during this journey of self-discovery and change. We've emphasized that understanding and addressing narcissistic enabling is not just about breaking free from a toxic cycle, but also about personal growth and empowerment. It's about forging healthier relationships and nurturing a stronger, more resilient self. Thank you for watching the Overcomers Community TV with Geri Anderson, where counseling, coaching, and life transformation is the goal. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, and become a part of the Overcomers community to embark on a collective journey of empowerment, resilience, and transformation. Coach Geri is here to guide and support you every step of the way. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this content and if there is a topic you would like us to cover. See you next time for more empowering self-development information and practical strategies and tools to achieve personal and professional growth.